The yoke unit, or field, is the outer component of your drill's motor. It helps to create the magnetic field that causes the armature to spin. The field is a sturdy part that usually only requires replacement after the drill has an accident, such as dropping it. The inside of the field is lined with a magnet. Sometimes when the drill is dropped, the magnet will be broken. Often if the magnet is broken, pieces of it will come flying out of the drill when it is operated. Other times you will notice reduced power and only find that the magnet is damaged by opening up the drill and inspecting it. I'll begin by removing the battery. Now remove the rear cover. It's secured with 2 screws. Now I'll split the 2 housings. Now remove the brushes. I'll pull the brush spring out of the way, remove the brush clip, and then I can pull the brush from the holder. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. With the brushes removed, now I'll go ahead and lift the gearbox and motor assembly from the drill housing and slide the armature away from the brush card. I'll pull the gear change lever away from the gearbox. There's a couple of springs on the bottom of it. You want to be careful not to lose those. Now I'll pull the armature and the field away from the gearbox. At this point, the magnet and the field is the only thing holding the field and the armature together, so I'll go ahead and separate them. Now I can insert the armature into our new field. I want to make sure that this notch in the field is facing the front of the drill. So when I insert the armature, the end of the armature with the gear should be on the same side as the notch on the field. Now I can install the armature and field assembly back onto the gearbox. Now I'll place the gear selector back onto the gearbox. The 2 springs just tuck inside of the selector, and then this post goes right in between the 2 springs. Like that. I'll place the switch back into the housings, making sure that I line up the change lever with the post on the reversing lever on the switch, and making sure that I get the wires tucked out of the way. Now I can place the motor and gearbox assembly back into the housing. This notch on the field needs to line up with a tab on the lower housing. So I'll rotate that around so it's on the side of the assembly. Now I can slide the armature through the brush card and lay the assembly back into the housing. And again, making sure the notch on the field lines up with the housing. Just like that. Now I'll tuck the heat sink back down into the housing. I want to make sure these wires go in front of this plastic post. One last check of all the wires. Don't want anything to get pinched as the housings go together. And now I can replace the housing and secure it. Now we'll replace the brushes. I'll pull the brush wires, or springs, up and out of the way, install the brush into the holder, secure its clip to the brush holder, and place the spring over the top of the brush. And I do this again on the other side. And now I'll just reattach the rear cap.